Alrighty, hi everyone. Hey, happy Saturday morning. I hope you all are chilling. I'm gonna do a full day of neopets, as full as I can make it. So, yeah, this might be a long one. I usually start with my daily quest log. So, yesterday I tried to reset my weekly reward, but I like to start, especially like if you have to purchase anything from the shops. I usually get icy snowballs, so yeah, you have to like wait 30 minutes spinning a wheel of misfortune. I like to spin that first and then go to the healing springs at the end. Game, feed, groom. So not horrible, pretty good Neo points, but I'm only going to do it if I like the weekly reward, which is Forbidden Zafara. So then I do some of this. I see if it's worth anything. I just use Jelly Neo. I don't really check like the shop wizard, or should I check the shop wizard? I don't know. But I basically see it's a book, so I'm kind of interested, but it's only 800 Neo points, which isn't like I could buy that right now. I just want to see it. Like, do I have one? Okay, I have one. I literally have a copy of this book. So I'm not going to go ahead and get it. So in order to skip, I just hit skip because the Wheel of Misfortune's not going to give you like excellent stuff. So I skip one of those. And hopefully tomorrow I'll get a new weekly reward, but that does mean I miss out on 20k. So that does kind of suck, but we move on from there. There's a lot of stuff to do. This is a great time to come back to Neopets because there's just so many activities you can do. So I'm going to check in on the Void. The Void with Implot started like earlier this year, and so we have to collect Void essences. There's a story, but first I'm going to see if I have anyone in the Neo Hospital, and then, yeah, I'm going to get my people out of the Neo Hospital, put them in a new shift at the Neo Hospital because these take like 6 hours, so that's good. This lucky robot's foot is good. And so then I'm going to put everyone except Lepediolite in. I keep Lepediolite out for battle purposes, and so yeah, I just keep Lepediolite out. Also, when I have to feed a pet, I'll usually feed the Pedialyte, and that way you don't have to like wait or try to do like the bloat be gone or any of that nonsense. So everyone is now back. That's another thing you want to do early since it takes time. I'll probably be able to do 2 of these today and come back in 6 hours and get it done. Saturdays and Sundays are exceptions for me because those are the days I have off, but like during the week, I'll usually do like one of these, like take some people out in the morning, put them back, and then like after work, I don't always come back and get new people. But there we go. This is the Void within plot. I could probably battle right now, but I'm gonna actually do the little Void people first. So I use Jelly Neo, Daily Void Essence Collection. It used to be you get the voids from the same location every day, and then they switched it where the locations change every day. And then you all remember when they tried to do it that way, like each individual Neopian had to go to like different lands, and then y'all rioted for 3 hours, so they changed it so it's the same for everything. There you go. That's what I'm saying. I'm nowhere close to max point, so I just open everything up in a new tab and let everything get settled because it takes a second once the page loads for the void essences to like actually load on through. So there we go. So one location will have 4 void essences, the other 2 locations will have 3. It should equal 10. The site's gonna lag a little bit. That's just part of the Neopets charm. Just part of the Neopets charm. You kind of have to deal with lag at random times, and then you just kind of go and you click through everything when you can. So here I am, almost done with Kiko Lake. If the site wants to load, that would be great if I could just click on this one right here. There we go. It's gonna take a second. And it's gonna be a very laggy morning, isn't it? Gotta love that. So I'm gonna just go to the lost city of Jerpatiku, get some of these voids. These are going faster than the other one. Who knows what's going on over there. And finally, Lutari Island. I would love if we could do something with Lutari Island. Like, you literally can't do anything on Lutari Island, but I know there's like 8 million things the new TNT team wants to do. So I'll let them do that. And then when you collect the final one, you'll get this purple text at the bottom. Seems you found all the void essences that trickled into Neopia today. Check back around these areas tomorrow to collect more. And so then I usually hit back to the void and I make sure that I get my 10 out of 10. So you have basically 7 days for void essence collection, and you have to collect 80% of void essences to earn a weekly reward. So that equals 6 out of 7 days. You can miss 1 day. If you miss more than 1 day, you're not going to get that extra, but you will get 10 measly void points. And then the points equal things that you can get in the little prize shop. And then we're inching towards this community goal. Oh, I feel like we've been on 50 for so long. I feel like we hit 10 million so much faster than like anyone thought. And then we're at 30 and we're slowly at 50. And I know a lot of people are getting like tired of the void. That was me a while ago. And so then we're going to hit story and we're going to figure out what's going on today. Every couple of days they update the story and you get a little prize. So, after escaping the Great Painter and learning his identity, the gang learns a little bit more about each other too, so you'll just hover over each. And so we have just like this nice little setting. In the graveyard, and then path, and then here's Baelia, because she was in the flood, low-key. Bane, so here's Tavi, Luxinia, and then here's the rest of the gang. Baelia, is she okay, Lux? So, yeah. Bailey ain't okay, but y'all's two aren't either. A lot of stuff going on. And then I got a Luxinia Fairy Doll added to my inventory. And so the final thing, not the final thing, the last major thing for the voids that I do is battling every day. And then I'll come back and like re-up my volunteers in the hospital. But this is the other big thing. Don't ask me how to do Battle Dome. I'm very bad at it. But I'm trying. So right now I typically do this one, Neopets Central Skirmish 2, and I fight on easy. But because it's the Fairy Festival, I'm trying to get Darkness Potion, so I do Battle for Brightville 2 with 5 enemy waves, so then you don't have to fight as much, and so that's what I do. Lepediolite is my battle pet. And yeah, this is kind of how I do it. One day when we're not in Fairy Festival, when the void is over, when the void plot is over, I'll get back into like regular Battle Dome stuff. But basically what I do is, since I'm past level 50, I will use my Grapes of Wrath and my Wand of the Dark Fairy. Lens Flare, I hit fight, and then I can beat everyone on this and not lose any HP. So that's what I do. You have to make sure that the amount of damage you do will be greater than the amount of HP that your enemy has. So, yeah. Then you just hit fight. And so I did 122 damage versus 25. So, like, that's what I do. But that's also why I don't battle up against stronger enemies yet. Because I can only do, like, 122 total damage. If that makes any sense. So, I'm going to get all my little battles done for the day. And then I'll show you the rewards. Because I do that. And then you have to do these battles, like, 4 or 5 times. So, I'm going to do that. And then when I'm back, we'll go on with the rest of my Neopets day. It's 9:47 right now, so when I pop back, I'll show you the time. It'll tell you roughly how long it takes for me to get maxed out items and maxed out plot points. And we're back. I did all of my battles. I've reached my item limit for today and my item limit for today. So that's kind of what I do for the Void Within plot. I also have it bookmarked. I highly recommend bookmarking the Void Within plot. And so then I just usually come back to this page for no reason, and then I come over to rewards, and I feel bad about the fact that I barely have any points. The max 39, it's a slightly above 39 because Jelly Neo doesn't account for like the extra plot cookies or something you can get for like Neo Cash. I don't do that. I'm right now at 19 total points earned. I took like all of August off of Neopets, I feel like, so that's why I'm like so far behind in the plot. But I am doing this mainly for the trophy, so I can get a nice trophy on my user lookup. I really love going to like 20-year-old accounts and just seeing the different trophies, so that's cool. But hopefully I can get 24 more points, then unlock that new trophy tomorrow, so that'll be good. I have like 4,976 spendable points. I want the books out of here, and then I'll take like stamps and backgrounds. Other than that, I don't really care about everything else. I'm probably gonna hold on to my points right now. I only got like Thundersticks, Grapes of Wrath, Fiorist here, Wand of the Dark Fairy. Got all those so I could like be better in the Battle Dome, and then everything else I'm gonna just get however many points I get, and then I'll buy stuff at that point. So that's battling, and then I'm going to go into dailies probably. And the site's a little laggy, so like it took me less than 10 minutes to get all that battling done, and would usually take a couple minutes, but it took a little bit due to all that. I also just want to show you all Book Freak's pet lookup. Yesterday we were just talking about how Book Freak's over here, so I did get Book Freak a little crab-like Darpinch pet, because it's going to be the pinchy crab lobster family over here, so like that's super cool. So yeah, don't know what else to say. I also read Book Freak some books yesterday. So yesterday when I left you all, Book Freak only read 11 books, and then I cleared up my safety deposit box, and Book Freak is now at 83 books. So we're not really close being at the top of like the Neopian Book Award or the Booktastic books, but that's cool, that's fine. That's cool, that's great. It's all great, it's all cool. So what am I gonna do? What are we doing? I'm gonna do my dailies, and then we're gonna do some of the fairies' best stuff. But this is just all the nonsense I've gotten today in my inventory. So yeah, I'm gonna save the code stones, put those in my safety deposit box. But just as you play Neopets, you get a lot of just random stuff that doesn't really matter. These code stones are valuable, so you can always sell a code stone, but I'm like in the middle of like actively trying to trade right now. So I'm just holding on to my code stones, and I've decided to not do any additional trading during the fairy festival because in theory I should be getting a couple of like good stat increases from the fairies as I do my different quests. In reality, I've been getting more fountain fairy dips, which is good because there's a lot of people I wanted to paint, but like I have a fountain fairy dip locked and loaded, so like hopefully I don't get a fountain fairy dip today, because like I just wouldn't know what to do with it. And the only like dip I want would come with a croc, and I don't really want to buy a croc plushie because I've seen a lot of other people just get them in random events. So yeah, I love when Neopets doesn't load. That's my favorite part of Neopets, when you're just stuck looking at a page forever. So, and then we're gonna put this one away, safety deposit box, and yeah. Sometimes I chuck these in my safe deposit box. Sometimes I put them and I like trade them, even though they're not worth a whole lot. But like sometimes I'll donate them to the little fairy festival thing. Sometimes use it to bless the Pedialyte. You never know. I have not thought about any fairy abilities after lens flare, so there's a whole bunch of them. They don't cost a lot, but like sometimes I do that if I need to clear space in my inventory. What is this? I got an avatar. What is the I Taunt the Paint Devil as an avatar on the Neo boards? That's because I have this Golden Drake charm. If you have like a certain amount, so neopet items are like worth random things. This estimated value, you're not going to sell this because I got this for free. This is like maybe worth a neo point. But if you have over a certain estimated value in your safety deposit box, you get this avatar. And so because I was just clicking and putting things away, it refreshed my inventory a whole lot. And I got the avatar. So there we go. Just don't, that's what I did as a kid. I would think, oh, 10 million neo points, I'm going to be rich. No, I got this for free. But maybe you can just have one of those in and do some stuff. Yeah. So what else am I gonna do? How much is this worth? I'm just looking at items I'm unfamiliar with it for rarity purposes. I also like try to read. I'm gonna, whenever I get a book, try to read it to Book Freak. And so since Book Freak already read it, I'm pretty sure Book Freak has read all of these, but I'm gonna just double check. I'm gonna just double check. Dailies. I get all my dailies links through Jelly Neo. I also did customizable ones, so these aren't all the dailies you could do. These are the ones I do most often, and so we're gonna just kind of go. Trudy's surprise you want to do as often as you can. So if you do it for like, what is it, 25, 28 days, something in a row, you get a 100K prize. So I have 7 days left on that, but you usually get money, a good amount of money. So that's cool. So that's what I do. Wise Old King with the King. What is this? You always get something going on. Look. Okay. Oh, look. Judora appears and hands you a gift. That wasn't the, wait, Judora, a gift? Are you sure you should have taken it? What is that? He's not even in here. I don't like doing the king. So you'll notice that even though I customize this, I be skipping over a lot of these. So the fishing vortex I do because I want Lepediolite to be at like level 500 fishing. Fishing doesn't really mean anything. But there you go. Oh, I got another avatar. You're eligible to use fishing Titanic squid as an avatar on the Neo board. So if you reel in a giant Titanic squid, I guess you get this. And then you have to wait between fishing. You can't just fish all day. I don't know what the exact time is. Come to Tombola guy. He sometimes gives you stuff. Sometimes he doesn't. Today I got a reject curly shaped sands. So that's real hot. Meteor, I don't do that. But I do come and get this piece of shiny obsidian every single day for no reason. Deserted Tomb, I sometimes do it. Like, what are the rewards? I know that I could easily look this up on Jelly Neo, but I feel like you just never get good stuff. You never really get good stuff. I highly recommend competing the Altador plot. You still can. You just need the Ruffle Flash extension and it'll work. I had a very fun weekend completing it, and then when you complete it, you get to come talk to King Altador every day, and he'll give you a gift. A green Psy Bunny plushie. So it's never like a great gift, but it's something. And then the Quaslanic spell box, you also need the little ruffle, and I think there might be a direct link through like the Reddits and stuff. And so it's basically a little drop down thing. You're going to drop a scarab and you want it to hit this special thing. And it usually won't, but you can win Neo Cash through it. I've never won Neo Cash through playing this. Yeah, so then it ends up back here. Doesn't really cost money or Neo Cash, so like I do it, but you can also get sick from it. We're going to do Coconut Shy later. But then Healing Springs, I'm gonna come over and buy an icy snowball because that's what I buy every single day. Apple bobbing, you can take it or leave it. I think there's an avatar for it, but I could be wrong. But you can get sick from doing it. And a lot of times you get garbage. So a lot of people skip it. Bank interest, cool. Collect your interest at the bank. You have to collect interest before depositing or withdrawing anything. If you deposit or withdraw before collecting interest, you're not allowed to collect interest. So there you go. Coltson's Shrine, you go when you click on stuff, and he can give you stuff. He can level you up, make your pet not hungry. I usually get nothing. So I feel slightly richer, so he probably gave me like 2 Neo points. That's cool. Daily puzzle I don't do. Fairy crossword I don't do despite having them. Forgotten Shore, you have to buy the shore pieces. But they're super cheap. So if you've been playing for like a couple of weeks, you probably have enough Neo points to just buy this outright. And some days you'll find cool stuff. I never do. There's nothing of interest to be found today. If there is something, there'll be like a little coin that's like kind of glowing and you can click on it and get stuff. I never get stuff though. This is what I get like 95% of the time. Otherwise, I'll get like 2,000 Neo points, but it's not like it won't harm you in doing it. Fruit machine I do every day, so you'll get fruits on occasion. Most of the time, you get nothing. I know you can get nice paintbrushes. I never do. Yeah. You have to get 3 in a row. It's a slot machine essentially. Jelly, you need the direct link to Jelly World. And now you have some rainbow jelly. Giant omelet. Hopefully the omelet's here. And it's not. Yeah, I don't get where the omelet goes. It's fine. When I come back for to switch out my volunteer shifts, I'll probably check on the omelet again. I know the omelet's probably going faster because it's Fairy Fest and people are trying to get those rarer omelets, but also just on occasion, omelet's gone. Sometimes the omelet is gone, which is great. That's great, it's wonderful. Grave Danger is where you can send your pets to go into like a grave and bring you trash. So I sent Moldavite, and Moldavite brought me this book that I have like 15 of in my safety deposit box. But I'm going to send someone else. I'm going to send someone else into grave danger. So I'm going to send Mr. Krabs Jr. because he's new. So he has to get acquainted to this. And so you just hit whichever pet you want. And then don't do equipment because that means nothing. Adding equipment will not get you better items through this. So just ignore it. Ignore that. Don't spend any Neo points or Neo cash on equipment because you're going to get the same garbage. Choose a pet. And are you sure you want to send Mr. Krabs Jr. on a dark and dangerous adventure in the catacombs? Yeah. The pet's not really going to get injured. So there you go. Running away from a zombie, that's cool. Great thing to do at 10 a.m. And then it'll tell you when to come back. It'll usually between like 6 and 8 hours, I want to say. So this is one of those dailies that I like to do before work, and then when I come back after work, do it again, and then like get it all set for the next day. And Mr. Krabs Jr. is doing that. Guess the way to the marrow, I never do. Anchor management, I low-key forget to do. Sometimes you get stuff. Y'alls are getting like Pirate Croc and Drake potions through this. I get random pirate themes sometimes I get like pirate plushies. Yeah. Monthly freebies I already do, but I always do that. Rich Slorg, I have to go beat up the Slorg so I can get my little 100 points. Look at that. He usually only gives me 50. Thank you. I love a Slorg. The small hole, if you click this, it'll tell you. So if you come in between like 43 and 46 every hour, there's a chance you get a prize from the small hole. I've never gotten one. Miss Tarla irritates me. Miss Tarla irritates me. So, yeah. Sometimes, if it's perfect, I'll get a little Tarla reward, but most of the times I don't. And then I always do the discarded Magical Blue Grundo plus your prosperity. even though he's gray for the moment. Talk to the plushie. Haven't you been feeding Lepidolite lately? It looks like he is about to eat the plushie. Best find them some real food quick. Well, whatever that means. So those are dailies. You are fine. You're fine. You will be fine. Stop trying to eat the plushie. So those are dailies, and then sometimes I do dice through. Most of the time I don't. Food Club will talk about. Coconut Shy will talk about. I only do Fairy Caverns if I have the special boon from the obelisk battle. Test your strength, I guess we can do. You don't really get stuff. And so then you're going to click to start test your strength, and it's going to be useless or pathetic. So I won 42 Neo points. Yay. I never really do pick your own. I do the stock market, the Neopet stock market. You want to look at this current tab right here, and you want to find a Neopet stock that is at 15. 15 is the lowest you can typically buy it unless you have a boon from the Battle of the Obelisk where you can buy at 10. And then you're going to want to sell when it's at like 60 or above. That's what I personally do, but I also don't really sell my Neo stocks. This is like a long-term strategy, kind of like stocks in the real life, where you just get it, buy low, hold, and then you sell, and then you can only buy 1,000 at a time. So a lot of people would like get like 300-ish of like each of these three since they're at 15 each. I kind of just click on one. So I'm going to click on the auction genie. So you click on that, and it's going to take you here, and then you click it again, and then you'll get to the page where you can buy it, and you can buy 1,000 stocks a day. So I usually do that. Cool. And then you buy shares, and then it's going to take you to the page where all of your stocks are located, and it'll tell you what's going on. So I'm up right now in my stocks. So like I bought all these for either 10 or 15. So you can see like a lot of them are going down. They're not worth it. That just kind of happens with your stocks. Like 43 is pretty good. Some people would sell there. I just wait until it's at 60. And I don't really have anyone at 60 at the moment. And I don't really sell stocks on the regular in Neopets. I really just hang on to them. And then if one hits 60, it hits 60. Sometimes I do the coincidence. Not all the time. Depends on what the items he's asking for are. So I might have those. I might have these items, so then I come over here and I check my safety deposit box whenever Neopets loads. So I'm pretty sure I have these two fish, but I don't know if I have this melon. So then I'm going to check the safety deposit box for this melon. And I don't have the melon, so then I'm going to check the shop wizard. And since it's a part of the coincidence, there's a chance that it's crazy inflated right now. And if it is, then I just skip. 4,000 isn't bad. It's really up to you. So I'll do this 28791. Get that. So the coincidence, you get like a random event, and a lot of people do it so you can get P3s. I don't know why I do it. And so then you just come over here when you get everything, you refresh, and then you give it to him, and then it's nothing. Or sometimes it's cool. So an electric current seems to fill the room. When everything is settled, you see that there's something different about Lepidolite. Looks like their level has gone up 1. So I'm okay with that. You have to be careful if you're like not trying to go over a level for like battle training purposes. But I just, free is free. Level 58, that's cool. I don't think Termy's awake, otherwise Jelly will tell you it's awake. I don't have anything in my shop. Already did my battle dome. You can, the Island Mystic, I don't know what this man's purpose is, but I have him on there. Cool. Absolutely nothing. I can do my lab ray right now. I'm trying to like build this into a habit of like making it a daily. I have Love Beyonce as my little lab rat. carry on with the experiment, and he goes down one level. So a lot of people have like a specific lab rat that they have for the lab ray, because you can go down a level, you can lose any sort of things, it can be changed into any neo species almost, or color almost, and my laptop's about to die. So we do that, and then the zap was recorded because I have a download so I can get my little history. So I've had 4 zaps with this so far. Nothing great. We've gone down 2 in level and 3 in strength. Love it. Love it. Back to level 1, 1 zap, no change, 1 zap. And he goes down to level 1. So I guess that does happen. I know people also get worried because you can get like a lot of zaps and stuff through the lab ray. So like maybe don't put like your battle dome pet here. A lot of people just like adopt a random pet from the pound and like make that them. But I like the name Love Beyonce, so we're gonna wait until we get a good pet. And that's the lab ray. As y'all can see, he goes down to level 1. So Love Beyonce went to level 1, and apparently it's rare. TNT has confirmed it's possible, but very rare for a high level pet to go back to level 1. You don't know how rare it is, but the probability decreases as level increases. Now, Love Beyonce was probably at like level like 3 before, so like nothing crazy. So there's one pet whose level was never below 9 when zapped. After like 2,700 times zapped, never reset to level 1. So a rare instance, but that's fine. But maybe, because you know the possibility is never 0, don't do like your level like 500 pet, you know? So there we go. I guess that's kind of rude. That a little fun. I got something a little rare. Doesn't really matter. Does not really matter. I don't really do the wheels unless I have to for the quest. And then, like I said, I will do Coconut Shy. So if you hit Coconut Shy through the regular thing, it will take you to Coconut Shy, and you need the Ruffle extension, and you pay. It does not matter where you click. It's all random. So yeah, Harley moved at 150 Neo points, and he mocks you. So you can do this how many times a day? I read that wrong. So it costs you 100 Neo points. Hitting a coconut earns you 50. If you nearly knock it down, it's 300. Sometimes you can like make the coconut explode and get coconuts. They're like smiling coconuts that kind of like look like one of these. And you can put that in your stamp album. And it's one of the pages you can complete and get an avatar from, so a lot of people do it. Me, I'm not going through all that, but I still do it. So I have a quick link where I can just click it a bunch of times, and then it'll just automatically give you what happened, and you don't have to sit there and wait for it to load. So I do the quick link, and then I close out of all of them, and then yeah, then that's how I do it. That's how I do Coconut Shy. Yeah, that's kind of it. Those are like the main dailies I do. What is the meteor for? Like, why do I have this saved? This is the one where you poke it and then you never get anything from it. So those are kind of how I do all my dailies, and then I'm gonna get nothing, right? Maybe it was all a dream. I really don't know the point of that. Don't know the point of that. Anyways, that's usually typically on a day where I would like end my dailies. I also will like not do all the dailies. If I'm in a rush, I will do just like bank interest and Trudies, and I'll skip void stuff, and I'll skip most dailies. I don't do every single daily, every single day. Like y'all saw, I have my little custom page here, and then I still skipped over some of them. That's just what I do. I just wanted to show you like the full length of things that I can usually do in a day, but that's going to be different today because we have the Fairy Fest. So I just want to make sure I have stuff in my inventory. And we are back with the Fairy Festival. So I'm going to see what's going on here, and then I'm going to donate items and then do my quest. It's a long day of Neopets. Yeah, so we're gonna come here. Okay, so I was able to cross-reference the book on Orion. Are you okay? No. Why is he glowing? Haha, yes. Can't you see me? I'm finally me. Are these the possessions he was talking about? Is because of the lyre. What if he just like took the lyre off and didn't have it attached to his body at all times? Then would he like not be possessed? Have we considered that? You don't look good. Well, you look great. Ah, what a wonderful sight. A vision for the ages. Your smile is quite contagious. Orion, stop this at once. Oh, you are right. I haven't come just to ask you out for a bite. This raggedy man is needed for my plan. Whatever is going on, you are my library, and I will not let my friend be hurt. Ah, is that so? Do you think you can handle me toe to toe? Low key, I like the rhymes. I love rhymes, so man, my boy Orion. Why is he getting possessed? Can anyone else in Neopets get possessed, or is there something special about him that makes him get possessed? Questions for later in the plot. Let's keep going. I do not care. I do not fear. Take me on here, and you will despair. Look around you. You are my domain. Do you not know my name? Sometimes you gotta just rhyme back at him. Ha! What a spark! You must think me such a lark. I swear I can read y'all's. All right, gorgeous, I quite like your chorus, but compared to me, you would be thornless. Okay, when I said that I like reading, I was never like one of those advanced readers and kids. I was never in like the special and gifted programs. No, so like apologies for not being like the greatest reader of all time. I'm working on it. For don't you see, your sudden melody was done by me. You seem to be nothing but a crook, so I will not hesitate to erase you from the history books. So don't you dare underestimate what you see is here, your story belongs to me. Fine, fine, it's not like I can stay long, I just came for a song. Ah, and now there's no time for revisions, as I must give this man a vision. Ah, he's not glowing anymore. He's not glowing anymore. Orion, is it you again? Yes, it's me. I don't know what just happened. You weren't you. Someone else was talking through you. Who? I don't know. As soon as I came into the room, I could tell something was off. Your story felt different. And then the entity, it made me sing. Whoever it must have been, whoever or whatever it was must have been very strong to affect me like that while I was in my library. Okay. So, interesting. Why are we speaking through Orion? Is this connected to what's going on and like it's all connected to the Battle Dome plot? How is it connected to them like fighting the voidlings and all that? Cool. I'm so sorry. Are you alright? Did I hurt you in any way? No. Besides being a bit smug, it wasn't really able to do anything else, but it did say something about giving you a vision. It must be connected to the lyre. What were you doing before this happened? Take the lyre off. Nothing in particular. I had come up on this book labeled Eudora and Illison, The Untold Story, and then my vision got all blurry. After that, it was like I was nowhere but conscious. Wait, no. I was with them. I was watching Eudora and Illison fighting. Well, that's not uncommon. True that? No, not each other. They were fighting alongside one another. They were fighting those things, the shades that have been appearing. So, if this is a vision, it looks like Illison and Eudora are going to have to come together to fight the little void beast. Which is very interesting because Illison and Eudora don't work together. So things must get really bad if our two strong fairies who hate each other have to come together. But what does all this have to do with Illison and Eudora? Why weren't they called to the little chamber? What's going on? Who knows? We still have like 6 months left of this plot. So yeah. Eudora and Illison have not worked together in a very long time. Even in the most dire of situations, they are found far from one another. If Eudora is there at all, to be honest. Love Throwing Shade. What happened between them? I wouldn't know. Even that book you found only his theories, really, to be honest. They used to be very close. Eudora was still a very secretive individual even back then, but we all knew Illison could get her out of her shell. It's the same that it must have all been a ruse for whatever scheme Eudora had planned, but still, no one really knows what she did or why they hate each other so much. I've thought, but it's not my story to tell. So it'll be very interesting if we get, like, canon Eudora and Illison lore through the plot. Or don't. Keep us on our toes. Then I'll have to go ask them myself. What? No, that's not a good idea for many reasons. But foremost, what if that entity comes back? I can protect you to some degree within my library, but who knows what it's capable. Again, if it takes over while you are out, I think I should be okay. I feel incredibly drained from whatever it did before, plus I think it must be too. I don't see it coming back to the strength it had before for some time, hopefully. Plus, I have to believe it is not here to hurt me. Why else would it be giving me these visions and trying to help me? I don't think so. I don't know if these are connected to the bad things that are happening, but you know when you fight like little void stuff and they're like relief at last and they're kind of okay that we're killing them? Yeah. Who knows? Not me. Okay, we have no way of knowing the plan or if what it's doing is helping, so please just be careful. I will be back soon. Okay. All right. So, hopefully he gets to these fairies in time. We'll see. Wouldn't it be crazy if like Fairyland went gray due to all this? All right. So there we go. Time to donate some icy snowballs. That's what we're doing today. And I'm going to get my little, and then we're going to donate some more. So it's a lot. I feel like that is very interesting. I've been liking the comics they're releasing for the Void Within plot, but I feel like I got more information from that little... Like, I feel like I've just been getting more information from the plot whenever Orion is around. So, like, even during, like, Neg and during Altador, I just feel like I'm getting more. I'm getting the information I want, and I'm not here to say the plot's going too slow or whatever. It's going at a perfectly fine pace. I just wish that, I don't know, I'm liking the story and like, do I want it to go faster? Not really, but like kind of. So we're gonna do our fairy quest. What did I get? Fairies from Paradise. Well, before I go on to this, what I'm trying to say is that I think that little, what's been going on with like Orion in these past like 2-3 clips within the Fairy Festival has been more interesting than all of the comic pieces. But I also like Illusinador and Orion more than I care about like Baelia and Nyx and Talvi and all that. So, cool. Anyways, I want stats. If I could get stats, that would be great. Yay, I'm going to get stats. A Grundo, Neon, and Tene. So I'm going to get this item, and then we're going to come back for the stats. Okay, so I got whatever this is, so I'm going to give the item, and I want my good stats. So for your effort, Lepidolite's strength, defense, and health have increased, which is great. Cool. And didn't you get a level earlier, so now we're at like 91. I just want to see where Lepidolite's at. Level 58, 91, hit points, strength at 93, defense at 70, movement 28, ultimate genius, 84 fishing skills. I love this pet. So finally, to close out the day, I'm going to see if Book Freak has read this. So read to Book Freak. Wow, thank you very much. I love reading. Of course you do, my love. And we're going to open up the fairy donation capsule once this site loads, and then that'll be it. This is, yeah, you can do a lot of stuff in Neopets. Yeah. So fairy donation capsule. Who hasn't played with it? I don't think Billy's played with it yet. Thanks for playing, but all the other pets have more toys than me. We're gonna practice gratitude, Miss Ma'am. Okay, so now I have to keep this. What is this? A stamp? Is this worth anything? Probably not if it's being given out right now, but just to see. I love to check on the price of items and then never sell it. I'm not a restocker. Hold on a second. That's a lot. Never seen on the Shop Wizard, last seen. This is good. I'm gonna hold on to this. Don't put in safety deposit box. That's a lot of money. I could get a lot of icy snowballs for this. That's a lot. That is quite a bit of monies. So I'm guessing if I'm getting it, other people are also getting it. So I want to see how much this dips. But even for like 18 million Neo points, yeah, this is good. I like this. I deserve very expensive Neopet items. Thank you for finally giving me something. It's not the croc plushie that I want, but if I can get a little bit of money, I can get a couple croc plushies for this, you know? So, low key excited. I'm gonna ride this out to see how much it dips during the fairy festival, and then maybe in like a month, see where we're at. This price doesn't get updated a whole lot. It's not, yeah, yeah, you're a good item. You're a good item. All right, thank you, Neopets. That is what I deserve. Cool. So that's just about everything. I do technically do Food Club, but I don't understand Food Club. I really just do the little either Nshang or JK on Reddit and just copy their bets. And it was a bust yesterday, so I don't have anything to collect, but maybe one day I'll show you how I do Food Club. I don't understand it, but maybe I'll show you how I do it. So, interesting day, very interesting. Interesting day. I got a rarish Lab Ray Zap on Love Beyonce. Billitai was ungrateful. A Pedialyte's fantastic. I still have a fountain dip that I could use. I don't know when I'm gonna use it though, and who I'm gonna use it on. Cause like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, this is a typical day in Neopets. There's a lot more I could do. I could do like games, but I don't really do games a whole lot. I steer clear of the Neo boards. I don't restock. So like this is typically what I do, and it's taken me like such a long time to record, but like it usually doesn't take as long because I have to like record and like over explain everything. Most things are just clicky. So maybe tomorrow I can do all this stuff and just click and not talk, and we can compare and contrast those times. But anyways, everything is great. I hope you're getting the luck I'm getting because this stamp right here, kind of made my day. Kind of made up for the fact that like I'm not, I don't know. Yesterday wasn't a great day on Neopets. Past couple days been frustrating, but this was good. This was good. Cool. All right. I hope you all have good luck too. Let me know what some of your Neo goals are and maybe subscribe to the channel. Maybe check out some videos, and if you like Neopets and you like Neopet dailies, you choose to subscribe. That's totally up to you. But I will see y'all tomorrow.